The evolution of swimmers. This is an educational video for educational purposes, teaching you what not to do. Let's do it.
A man's ego is mostly based around two things: having the biggest dick and being the best driver.
What the f? Why is that how this started the video? Huh?
A man's ego is mostly based around two things: having the biggest dick and being the best driver.
The biggest dick.
Since testosterone has fallen drastically in recent years,
what is this?
No one is willing to participate in dick measuring competitions anymore. To make up for it, a lot of guys end up trying to prove just how good of a driver they are. That flex can come in different forms, like showing off how expensive their car is,
Cullinan, Black Badge,
or weaving through traffic like
Series
complete retards and not dying. That last one has actually turned into a huge trend online. You have probably seen clips of these so-called influencers recording themselves pulling off insane stunts in traffic. They are dodging cars, running red lights, and pushing limits until eventually they crash into someone, slam into each other, or get arrested by the cops. It's reckless, dangerous, and yet somehow people just
6.4 M's? God damn.
People have been doing stupid shit on the internet since day one, but few trends have influenced real-world behavior as dangerously as the rise of these so-called swimmers. You go on Instagram or TikTok and see hundreds of these videos posted from random accounts with no followers or other content. And it's not only from people with performance cars that can handle the speed with ease. You got people with literal shitboxes swerving through traffic like they're playing GTA and can respawn. You can tell that it's gotten really bad.
Good car to cut up and swim in and on a few ways. First of all, red flag, nigga can't spell. The least safe car you can find, so when it all goes wrong, hopefully you only hurt yourself. I'm weak.
Teenagers asking on Reddit advice on which is a good car to cut up in traffic. These kids see those videos and think how cool they are without realizing how dangerous it actually is.
I do realize now that some people don't actually like cars and they see this shit and want to try it. So I'm now understanding why some people claim that they're car guys but just like chaos. I get it. I understand it. This shit is whack.
For in public roads like that. One wrong move.
Damn! Not
even worse, you can take innocent lives.
Shit!
People driving recklessly through traffic has always been a thing, but it was never the widespread phenomenon we see today.
That's a fact.
Without the show-off factor, the adrenaline rush just wasn't enough.
So, okay, let me make a bold statement right now. Even that, like before the internet boom of cutting up and people realizing that people like seeing that shit, even that was like, all right, people did it, but it wasn't for clout. So it wasn't ego driven, so it didn't turn into anything terrible. Now, of course, there are people street racing and, fucking shit up. But it's not, the Midnight Club? You ever heard of the Midnight Club? So if you know the Midnight Club, you know their, like, motto and you know what I'm saying?
Gabe cutting up while going TBH.
Gabe cutting up while going in. Probably. That's what he's into. But, like, people like certain things for the passion behind it instead of the chaos that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And the Midnight Club is like the perfect example. So people would do shit like that. And I'm not 100% opposed to that. I ain't gonna lie. All right? You fucking, I don't know. Don't judge me if you want, but kiss my ass. Now this shit, this whole new era of shit, fucked up. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
What's even stranger is how this reckless weaving and high-speed lane cutting now gets labeled as street racing, even though the origins of real street racing are a completely different story.
Yeah, where nobody's around.
Street racing has its roots in the land of the free in the early 50s. Following World War II, returning American servicemen brought home mechanical skills and a hunger for adrenaline. With disposable income and a booming car industry, young Americans began modifying cars for performance, giving rise to the hot rods and the
Who's the first nigga to mod a car, bro?
California, now the land of the rainbow people, back then was the epicenter of this emerging scene. These races took part on rural roads or deserted urban streets. They weren't racing through traffic, endangering the lives of normal people. They were simply trying to prove their car was the fastest in a somewhat respectable way. Up until the turn of the century, the street racing scene didn't change that much. Sure, the cars got a lot faster and it became accessible to more people. It was still very much an underground activity. Japan was the prime example of this. It all started in the 80s when Japan started to produce compact rear-wheel drive cars. Mountain pass races were among the first ones to emerge as Japanese racers...
Crazy part is you wouldn't be able to tell if this was an old video or a video from yesterday. We still drive the same cars, like the 90's, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Precision driving, drifting at technical cornering over raw speed. Compared to other street racing scenes, the Japanese one was a lot more secretive.
You could
not
mention
only
the
because of
quality, but this could be
stricter
a
laws,
filter.
but also from social
Or
pressure.
filmed
To
on
be
an older
part of
camera
these
for that
racing
effect.
groups, you first had to have a car that could
Wait, yeah. See, look, this is what I'm talking about.
Jumping, drifting at technical cornering over raw speed. Compared to other street racing scenes, the Japanese one was a lot more secretive, not only because of stricter laws, but also from social pressure. To be part of these racing groups, you first had to have a car that can go really fast and can handle the speed, and then go through a set of tests to prove you're a competent driver. One small mistake and you wouldn't get accepted. The Midnight Club, one of the most
What I say, look at this is so fucking epic and iconic. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Oh man, there's just so much like fucking dopeness in this picture right here, bro. Oh my goodness.
famous street racing groups of the 90s had at most
I think
13
I
members
passed
at
the
a
twin
time,
turbo
so it's
GT3
very
RS.
clear
Is
that
it
the
lime green?
Japanese were very serious when it came to street racing. Unlike today's street racing crews, these groups didn't advertise at all. Their members never posted
Exactly.
photos and avoided anything that could compromise their anonymity.
Exactly.
They were racing out of passion and not to show off or build an online presence, which has become the norm today.
Exactly.
Even though these racers were very conscious about normal traffic, casualties including regular people still occurred. So if you're thinking of doing some tomfoolery in the streets, this should be a clear enough sign to not try it. If the Japanese got into accidents, so will you. The 2000s were a turning point for street racing, a time when underground car culture surged into the mainstream. Fueled by the rise of tuner culture, technical advancements, and a wave of media hype, street racing became a status symbol. You could get in with just a Civic, a big turbo, and a GoPro to show everyone else all the cars you were gapping, because if you didn't film it, it didn't count. That mindset sums up modern street racing. For many, it was less about the thrill and more about the attention.
Yes,
But
that's
that
what
same visibility came at a cost. Alongside the admiration of car enthusiasts, it also drew the attention of law enforcement. Cracking down on the growing phenomenon, police efforts
Shout out the
intensified,
minivan for the
laws
fucking
became
props. I
stricter,
appreciate you.
and increased surveillance made street racing riskier than ever. As a result, many racers moved towards legal alternatives like track days or drag strips. At the same time, a new phenomenon began to appear. Something
That's
that
the drug dealer Panamera.
Around the late 2000s to early 2010s, YouTube videos began to surface featuring high-speed driving through public roads. These were not structured in any way. They were unfiltered, chaotic, and
Niggas were doing this before YouTube. Yeah, I actually think I passed that car, like driving in the mountains in Gat. It was crazy. I'm seeing a GT3 RS, but I hear boost noises. It was fucked up. Why I keep saying that? I keep saying it's fucked up. I don't know why. It's my new shit.
The first ones to embrace this were some groups from ex-Soviet countries, swerving through traffic in the center of big cities in broad daylight. One of the most famous faces of this era was Georgi Tevzadze. Behind the wheel of his E34 M5, he pulled off insane stunts in the middle of Tbilisi, Georgia, weaving through cars and passing police like it was nothing.
Видите патрульную тачку, ты забираешь буквально на 1,5 секунды просто для того, чтобы сказать «патруль», и все, и потом опять вот это
Oh my god. See, like, this is insane. This is crazy. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know.
To honor the cross. He kept this up for more than 3 years, with videos reaching over 10 million views, which for the time were insane numbers to pull. Up until this point, it seemed like God was on George's side. Then one day, he let one of his friends drive the M5, who crashed it into a tree, killing Georgie. He was loved by his community, but it cannot be denied that he influenced a lot of people to replicate behaviors which seemed so cool in the video. Just some silly boys playing around, and after all, nothing bad happened there. No accidents and no legal repercussions. Even though
that's the Isuzu. Remember this Isuzu? This is the Spy Kids Isuzu. Fucking. What's your thoughts on a CT5V Blackwing? Would you get one? I never really looked into the car like that. I ain't gonna lie. They're nice, but I don't know much about it.
The videos itself was still very difficult though. Making them a couple of minutes long was unattainable for 99% of people, since by the time you had a couple of clips, you would most likely have been arrested or crashed. It required a lot of effort, which only a few were willing to put.
Oh my god!
The reward ratio was too high.
That shit is moving.
Recently, with the increased popularity of social medias that serve short-form content like Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok, swimming has reached new heights. Everyone and their mother seem to be swerving through traffic like complete menaces, from people with performance cars to 20-year-old shitboxes. Unlike before with YouTube, which had a pretty high barrier to entry, now everyone can make swimming videos. All you need is a multi-lane highway with at least 4 to 5 lanes where people have no idea that the leftmost lane is for overtaking. You can find this in most countries and almost every US highway. That's why we see most of these videos shot in US. People have no consideration for following the rules, which makes the perfect playground for your viral swimming clip. Next, just swerve through traffic slightly.
You know what?
faster.
You're right. Blame the other people for you doing dumb shit. Also, would you do this? No, fuck no.
The speed limit. Get a bit close to the cars and exaggerate your hand movement,
shit!
so it seems like
Wait,
you put
oh my fucking goodness, that was crazy. What the hell?
faster than the speed limit. Get a bit close to the cars and exaggerate your hand movement, so it seems like you pulled some clutch move. And lastly, do not crash, which on US highways should be easy enough since most people drive like NPCs and are generally predictable. But they still have that element of surprise inside them, which should keep things entertaining.
Oh my god.
All of this has created a very dangerous online environment. When normal people repeatedly see others speeding through highways or narrowly avoiding accidents,
Nigga, that's me! That's me! What the What the fuck? That's me! Look! Why am I up there? Wait, hold on. I gotta make sure I'm not being insulted. Hold on, bro.
Normal people-
What the fuck was that? What the hell? That's pretty cool to see. I hope I'm not being insulted though. That's fucked up.
people repeatedly see others speeding through highways or narrowly avoiding accidents, it creates a false sense of excitement around these
Oh hell nah. See now the niggas think yo no. Oh no. 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 I don't want to be the face. I don't want to be the face of being excited that niggas are cutting up. He zoomed in on. Look, bro. No. Wait, I gotta see what he's saying, bro. I gotta see what he's saying. Is he saying that I'm encouraging people, bro? Cause I'm no. You about happy as hell seeing people cut up. That's not even wait, what happened in the video?
highways or narrowly avoiding accidents.
Somebody in the oh my god. We were literally talking about how this wasn't cool, I think. I don't know.
It creates
created-
a false sense of excitement around this behavior, and it sort of normalizes this dangerous driving style. Viewers,
Bro, you don't even that's not my I guess I gotta deal with it. I guess if you get clipped out of context, it's gonna be assumed that you agree with this shit. We're literally sitting here talking about how this shit is terrible. It's fucked up. This nigga just blew me a kiss? Devontae. I don't know, bro. You trying to go steady with me? Like you on a date? Cause I ain't like. Now fuck that, bro. No, I don't want to date you, nigga. That's, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Didn't something happen at GAT? Yes, we were just talking about that.
particularly young or inexperienced drivers, may begin to believe that such actions are acceptable. The lack of consequences shown in the videos.
Bro, no, I feel a way, bro. I'm feeling some type of way, bro. Because now he's making it seem like I'm encouraging people to cut up, and I'm not. I literally, in every single video, I say not to do this. It just so happens that the nigga caught me smiling at somebody drifting around a cop. Wow, that's fucked up. Nah, bro. Chat, am I tripping? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's no, bro. That's messed up. I gotta stop saying that. Cool Kid encouraged me to no, bro. That's so messed up, bro. I didn't even. Wow, bro.
It's the true dangers and leads others to think they too can get away with it. Another issue is
I
the
felt
psychological
cool. I felt cool for seeing myself, but of course it's some bullshit.
effect of viral content. Videos that show fast driving through traffic often receive thousands or even millions of views. This virality creates a reward system where the more dangerous or outrageous
No, fuck that.
driving-
No, I'm explaining myself. I only watch these videos because they get views, so maybe I can get views for the reaction, causing me to be able to further the stigma that this is terrible, you should do it. See?
the more attention the driver receives. As a result, others who seek online fame may try to replicate or even outdo what they've seen, pushing the limits further and further. And these are not organized groups. These are just normal people that one beautiful day
You know
decide to
what?
turn into
I just realized some people be trying to like send me videos. And nigga, this, you know, fuck that. You ever see Rob Dyrdek's show? What's that show? Ridiculousness? They tell you not to send in clips. They just show you the shit, but they tell you not to try to replicate this shit and send in clips. That's exactly what I am. I watch the shit, but people be trying to send me clips. I don't watch those. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to make you famous, bitch. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to just watch the shit and get views from the shit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
complete menace in traffic just because they saw similar
People
videos the
thought
day
this was
before.
me too, by
And
the
when
way.
we
It was
thought
not.
couldn't get any worse. There are now content creators with their whole niche being swimming. What used to be just reckless stunts for bragging rights has now turned into full-blown content creation. Some of these drivers aren't just uploading random clips here and there. They are posting weekly, even daily, building audiences in the hundreds of thousands.
Damn.
They collaborate with other swimmers for joint videos, they plan routes, time the traffic, and sometimes even set up chase cars with GoPros to get multiple angles. It's not just chaos anymore, it's produced chaos.
I don't
And of
even
course,
like
once the audience
chaos!
is there, the money follows. You'll see them dropping merch lines or even monetize directly through ads or sponsorships.
You know
The
what?
wilder the clip, the more views it gets. The more views, the more money. A pretty fucked
Oh
up
shit.
look. The problem is, this makes swimming look like a career path, a lifestyle, something
It's
you can
not,
make it
though.
big doing. And for every one of these influencers making cash, there are thousands
Now
of
that I'm in this video, I feel like everything he's saying is just targeting me and attacking me. Like, I don't know.
people try to copy them, thinking they can turn a couple of risky lane changes into fame and profit.
I don't
That's when
even
you
do
see
this
the
shit.
dangerous escalation. People pushing harder, taking bigger risks, all for one viral moment. What started as a rare, almost underground stunt culture is now a content machine. And the bigger it gets, the more it encourages newcomers to dive in, literally turning public highways into racetracks for likes, followers, and merch sales.
I did, but I have nothing to do with that.